I'm ready. Wow. Yeah. Well, we're here.
We're here. So this song has actually gone viral.
I know, and apparently it's Eric Gladstone's primary form of entertainment to send us videos of young girls dancing to this all over the world now.
Everyone seems to be dancing to this song, and thank you, Eric. I think your algorithm is officially screwed up, and you can blame us and our podcast for it.
But I have a question to the young women in attendance. When did young women, and we all know that you're no longer young, okay, because she just had a birthday, pushing 40, I might add.
Rude,
okay?
easy,
Rude.
slow it.
But when did young women, all of them, become convinced that everybody in the world wants to watch them lip sync and dance?
It's not just women.
It's gay men too.
It's straight men too. I don't know what.
Huh?
Yeah. So
Okay.
let me kind of push back. Even before TikTok, Instagram, all of the social media, young girls were always dancing
In front of mirrors and stuff.
In front of
Yeah,
mirrors
yeah.
and coordinate and choreographing dances, and then they got their own little video camera for a birthday or Christmas. And
So
they
we're
would do it.
talking about you now.
Yeah, those videos exist. So girls have been doing this forever, but then TikTok came around and it started as kind of a lip syncing app.
Right.
And
I mean, it seemed like every high school and college girl was lip syncing to some
and
Taylor
guys
Swift song.
and guys were doing it, and then COVID, everyone started doing it. Grandmas, grandpas, everyone in between.
Okay, maybe, but it seems to me like it's a young person's sport.
Yeah, it is, of course, because we've got the flexibility.
Yeah, I guess you got the moves,
okay.
baby.
Well, we are not a social media analysis podcast.
No, we're not.
We are Eat Talk
Talk
Repeat.
Repeat. Yes.
It's just the two of us again. We're here. John, introduce yourself.
John Curtis, the world's greatest nano influencer. You can find me at Eating Las Vegas on Twitter, and at John Curtis on Instagram, and at eatinglv.com for my blog. And I remind everybody, I put up this, it's now over a month old, but in my 36 top meals of the year so far, and I looked at it the other day, it's still very valid. I could add a couple new ones to it, but you could read it at eatinglv.com for what's hot and what's not in the Las Vegas food scene. I also put my 7 worst meals of the year up, so that's always a fun read.
Could you add any to that part of the list?
Yeah. What was the one I hated recently? I said I should add that one. That was pretty pathetic. I forget too. Oh, yeah, because I felt kind of mean-spirited to go back to my blog to go, and now here's my 8th worst meal of the year. But as I think about them, I haven't had many real tragedies, but I've had a few this year.
Oh, was it the dumpling place up in the hotel, Tom Wah?
Yeah, that was it. Namwa. Look at this. You're not that old.
I'm not.
It was Namwa. You know, what did I tell you? I paid $140 for the most mid soup dumplings of this supposedly famous place from Philadelphia. Yeah, Namwa definitely goes to the bottom, my bottom 8 of the year. Yeah. You have been warned, folks.
But yeah, it's a great article. I love seeing where you've been and what you've loved and hated. And then I am the leader of this lost ship, Ash Watkins, the Hamburguesa
The rudderless ship.
Yes.
You're on the bridge steering the wheel with no rudder behind you.
I got nothing. And no sails. We're just blind out here. And you can find me at Ash the Attorney on all platforms, especially if you want someone to push back on John. That's what my sole life's mission is. And
I'm here. I'm a big boy. I can take the abuse.
And then we are at Eat Talk Repeat on all platforms. Like, follow, subscribe to the show. Leave us a review, comment, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, send DMs, all of that. We love it. And then you can email us for more lengthy discussions. Cheers at eattalkrepeat.com. And we will be sure to forward all of your hate mail to Sam.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm coughing. I watched our thing last week. That was the very end of the 3 months of coughing. Yeah. I think I'm past it. I'm still a little bit, but none of that but it was definitely intruded on one of our recent shows worse than others.
Yeah.
And I it was funny because I watched it on YouTube. It didn't bother me. But then I was taking a walk through my neighborhood, and I was listening to the pod again. I went, there it is again. There it is again. So I'm hoping I can get through this whole 45 minutes without a...
So are the listeners, John. If you watch us, you can get distracted by visuals, so
That's
it's not
true.
as
You don't hear it.
offensive.
But when you're just listening, you go, oh, what was that in the background?
Yeah, so we apologize to all of you avid
Yeah.
listeners for John's hacking over the last month plus.
3 months.
Yeah.
Started July 3rd.
Yeah. But we kept you off the air for a lot of
Yeah, you did. Yes. Okay.
Oh, and last but not least, we have a brand new website, eattalkrepeat.com. Eventually, it will kind of be a landing place for a lot of stuff. You can find our little bios. You can get to John's blog or his website from there. Also, maybe some merch, maybe some coffee mugs, some aprons. Who knows what will come? And last but not least, sign up for our newsletter and our email list. And also, tell us what your pet peeves are. It's a fun part of the show. It's kind of what sets us apart. We like seeing what pisses everyone off.
Yeah.
Okay, John. We've been some places.
Yes, to the Recent Ventures, Gipata with Bank
Yeah.
of Charawan. I returned to Joel Robuchon. I take the arrows for this podcast, okay? I twist my arm. I sat through another incredible, otherworldly, the finest French food available at Joel Robuchon. So yes, it's a tough job. Someone has to do it. We had a blind wine tasting in celebration of Miss Watkins' birthday. She's officially pushing 40 now.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not. Forever not 40.
Okay.
We've got Tomba on the list because forever and always Tomba.
And white truffle season at Cipriani that we have to talk about because it is white truffle season, folks. And if you've got the coin, dive in.
That's a good place to do it. And then last but not least, Windy City Beef and Dogs. I finally went. It's been on my to die for list. So I made the
I love
trek.
the highbrow and the low. The world's best restaurant, Joel Robuchon and Windy City Beef.
and Dogs.
We cover all the territory here.
We go
Yes.
high, we go low. Okay, so we got a few items to discuss on food news you can use. Cote, the Korean steakhouse out of New York City that's also in Miami, they finally opened. It's no longer just friends and family.
Did you see the videos of the opening?
No,
Oh my God, how'd you miss them?
I was
What
drunk.
do you just have your head in the sand
It's
every
my
day?
birthday weekend, John.
Oh my God, it was all over the internet on, I guess, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that was the opening.
And they had like a marching band come through the place. They had, they had sparklers, they had fireworks. It was Celebrity City. There was, it looked like Douche Bro Central, okay? It looked like everything. It looked like poppy steak with a Korean accent and a marching band. Okay, so put all that together. I'm going tomorrow night, by the way. Yeah.
You?
Yep.
Wow.
So we may take a few weeks before I report on it, but yeah, I'm taking the crew there tomorrow night.
Wow.
And I am loaded for Korean bear. Okay.
Oh gosh,
I'm expecting to hate it. Okay.
Well, so in that case, I think you'll love it.
No, here's my prediction. I think the food is going to be impressive, but I think I'm going to look around and see that STK poppy steak carbone vibe and just go, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely leans younger and
Right.
a little more youthful. I think you're going to get frustrated with how the service is set up. It's like a fleet of people take
Right.
care of you, and I think you want one person.
I'm taking my very own Koreans too, though. I see. You have your friendly Koreans. Friendly neighborhood Koreans. Bring them with you at all time when you go, because they help because they can bark at people in Korean.
Well, I'm excited to hear you report back. I think I'll tell everyone go to John's social medias because that's where you'll see it.
You'll see it first there, and you'll. By the time this goes up on our website, yes, I'll have all the pictures up for Joel Robuchon, and so you can see all that. Because Joel Robuchon is celebrated this past weekend his 20th year anniversary.
So that's why you went.
Yeah. I mean, it's my third time going this year. Again, it's a burden. I realize. Yeah,
Someone's got to do it.
someone has to.
Hold them accountable. You're quality control for.
Yeah, I mean, October 6th was the 20th year anniversary of Joel Robuchon coming to Las Vegas and coming to America too. I mean, he's now has multiple places, but the first outpost of his Joel Robuchon in Paris was the Joel Robuchon and L'Atelier in the MGM Grand right here in our backyard.
And they're doing was it just on the actual anniversary, or is it running for a while? I
No,
thought
it was
they were
just
doing
4 days. It was just a 4-day thing.
Got
It's
it.
this menu right here, which I will quote from a little later
Okay.
in the show, and it was 16 courses of food.
The hypocrisy is so fucking wild.
Now, this is the OG tasting menu, okay? Joel Robuchon was doing tasting menus in the early 90s when the Thomas Kellers and the Farron Adrias of the world hadn't even thought of it, along with, thousands of other chefs. So, but they did this just for 4 days to show, and the chefs went back and looked at all the archives and put together a meal. And this was what, back then, I think you paid $275 for it, $250 or $275 for it. Now it's double that in price. Yeah, but they also have fewer courses now too. They don't do the six. Even the chef.
It used to be that many courses?
Yeah, it used to be a 15-course meal. Yeah, it was 15 or 16. Well,
Don't you get tired?
Yeah,
I get tuckered out.
Well, I'll go through this in a minute. Let's go through a few other things. Then I'll go through my meal there in conversation with the chef, Elazar Villanueva, who's a great guy, and the pastry chef, which we had fun with. But I'll talk more about that coming up.
Okay, update. You or Me, the sushi bar downtown here in the Arts District, it closed down, rebranded. We've seen the photos maybe circulating. In case you haven't, it is now called You or Me Pan Asian.
But it was always Pan Asian.
It just right, and it's got a new menu, and I looked at it, and it looks very similar to the menu they used to have. It just doesn't have the sashimi,
Name.
yeah, or it doesn't have those items on the menu.
So you cannot get sushi rolls anymore.
No, there's no sushi rolls. So basically, the menu actually looks really nice. For
Justin Randall is underwhelmed.
he went and ate, or did he just see the menu?
He just went like that,
He's a tough guy.
He's a tough customer there, Justin.
But yeah, it's got pork belly, pot stickers, egg rolls, edamame. It's got tom kai, tom yum, miso soup. It's got some stir-fried noodles. They've got pad thai, lo mein. I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. I'm up for it.
It's probably less labor-intensive, too, than doing the sushi thing. You can always just go a couple blocks north, to Chin Chin if you need a sushi fix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really think, I think Chin Chin has basically accepted that genre has moved to Chin Chin, and some of the chefs there were at You or Me Sushi.
Yeah.
So it's and I like Chin Chin a lot. I mean, it's very informal sushi, not super expensive, but good. Good every day. I need, I want a couple of spicy tuna rolls. Chin Chin is the place, and now You or Me is there for noodles and all that.
It's kind of, that's what that area over there, Midtown, is turning into. It's like your good everyday.
Right.
Like you've got Letty's on Main with the tacos. You've got
Pepper Club.
You have now Chin Chin.
We have the Creamery right there.
The Creamery.
Right. And you can have Cafe Berlin. You have Bungalow Coffee. Yeah, it's kind of a north-south thing.
Yeah.
Demarcation. But yeah, I'm cool with it. And if I'm happy I'm happy if You or Me can come back, because I don't want to see that stretch of California Street, become dead, because it was such a vibrant, integral part of what started the downtown Renaissance. Back 10 years ago.
Yeah, they might have to continue to reinvent something, but it's not. You've got Esther's, which comes so far down, and then Ada's is taking over the old Esther's and the makeshift Union spot.
Right, and Tacotarian
was right there,
hangs in there, and I think this is a little news. I was at Garage East recently and heard from the people there that they're going to do a little kind of upgrade inside to coincide with the new condos and apartments opening up just a block away.
Very
and
smart.
if you haven't seen something fun, didn't we talk about this a week ago? The Tracksuit Tuesday video.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
yes.
if you want to see something fun, folks, go to the Garage East website, and it just dropped. I think like less than a week ago. So, well, yeah, almost exactly a week ago. Look up their Tracksuit Tuesday ad. It's like it's just the funniest thing. They all dress up in tracksuits with giant mustaches, and they sort of imitate a Miami Vice episode from 1985.
Yep.
They have, they're running down criminals, tackling people in swimming pools, all in tracksuits. It's a hoot.
Yeah.
I mean, they do it really well.
Go to their Instagram at garageist_LV. And you will find this Tracksuit Tuesday video. It is really good. I'm excited for them. I think they're in a great location to succeed, especially with all of these condos going in, because a lot of people leave work and they're not ready for a meal. Like they want that halfway spot to meet and kind of before they venture out. So I'm excited to see the
Garage East. I want to see California Street stay vibrant.
I know.
Of course. Okay. Coat opens. We already covered that.
Bell's Barbecue is closing. I think they were on our list for the brisket.
Where
crawl.
were they?
I think they're out in Henderson.
No, yeah. It all came back to me. Bell's Barbecue was the one, the food gal and I, this was a couple of years ago. We drove out there, and, I can kind of smell it, folks. I'm not to brag, okay to brag, but we walked into Bell's Barbecue to eat there, and I looked around and went, nope. Nope. And they got a cute little something outside, like an old truck, and they had a nice sign, and then what they didn't have was any customers and a place that smelled like disinfectant instead of smoked meat when you walked in. So we walked in, and I looked around, and I went, And I'm thinking this was over a year ago. So they just closed. I wonder how they stayed open that long.
Okay, well.
So one less.
Oh,
and I've got an idea, too. I forget.
Yeah.
I thought about our methodology for the barbecue crawl.
This is what keeps him up at night.
Hey, this is it. 2 a.m. I'm going, I got to call Ash right now. First of all, I don't want to see us running all over town to like 15 different barbecue restaurants.
Okay.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. But might be where we employ DoorDash or Uber Eats or something. Listen, hear me out. This is a brain dump. I'm not saying I've thought this through. You can tell me what's good or bad about it. But we ought to just almost do like 4 at a time and get them delivered or pick them up and bring them to a central location, i.e. the law offices of Sam and Ash. And just have like each one of us.
Like what we did for the croissant crawl.
Almost.
Yeah.
Only this time, just get a platter with, you can order it. We're going to get the brisket, the pulled pork, the sausage, the 2 sides, get it to go, have it bring, and then sit down and let's eat like 2 or 3 or 4 of them at once and pass them around and go, make our little check marks and do that 3 or 4 times rather than all of us running all over town trying to taste 15 different barbecue restaurants.
I'm not opposed to it. I like it.
Yeah.
I think.
And barbecue travels pretty well. I mean,
it does.
It doesn't lose a lot. That pulled pork isn't going to be that much different a half hour after it gets put on the tray.
Yeah, and we can do rounds like we did before, where we do 3 at a time or 4 at a time, and then a winner advances. I'm all about it. I think that's easier.
And we could do our assignments too. Like, okay, on this day, the food gal and I will drive to there and pick it up and bring it here and blah, blah, blah. So, and we get it centralized. It would make it a lot easier for us.
This is what our Sundays are going to turn into.
Yeah,
This is
I
what
can see
John's
it.
trying to do.
But you keep telling me it's not that filling. You're the first person ever who claims barbecue is not fattening because it's a lot of fatty meat. It is.
It's protein.
It's protein, but have you ever seen the people in a barbecue restaurant?
I don't think
There's
they lay
some
off the
widettes
corn.
there.
Yeah, they don't lay off the cornbread or the grits and it's the cheese. The mac and cheese is what'll get you every time. But
in Georgia, every other guy has Dunlap's disease. You know what that is?
Oh, his stomach
His
Dunlaps
nap
over.
his belt. Yeah. I mean, these guys, these are, man, big guys, just huge. It looks like they swallowed a beer barrel. It's kind of amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm all about efficiency, and I think you're onto
right.
something. So Bell's Barbecue is closed. I think it's closing this Sunday. So,
And a little sad note, it's not Vegas Central, but Saul Zabar, the founder of Zabar's Delicatessen in New York, one of the best and most famous delis in the world. He died at age 97.
oh no,
Which proves that smoked fish and pastrami and a good bagel will prolongs a great long life. How about that?
yeah,
Saul Zabar died. Yeah.
wow. Oh, all right.
Used to be a big fan when I lived back east. Yeah.
Okay.
And my buddy Tom Sietsema
Yes.
resigned at the Washington Post. Shout out to Tom. Not that he listens or watches this pod.
He should.
But 26 years he was the Washington Post food editor and restaurant critic, and really the last of the last of the breed. I mean, he goes back to the 90s or the late 90s, and was anonymous. Did it anonymously or semi-anonymously. So much so, I mean, I always get together with him in D.C. when I would go back there, and he'd come out here with his partner. We'd all go out to eat, but all he'd let me take a picture of was the back of his head, his shiny, magnificent bald head. So now he actually announced it on Instagram, and he's just talking to the camera. And after like 26 years of trying to hide your identity, it's kind of cool. He's a very cool guy and a great palate, a great writer, great restaurant writer.
Did he give a reason? Just tired,
He said, 26 years is long, and a quarter of a century is long enough to have a gig like that. And he says he still loves to eat out. He's just not going to eat out 10 times a week anymore. So who can blame him? So,
well, if he comes to Vegas,
yeah, well, he does come. He and Ed, they come here sometimes, and we've had a great time. We took him to Kaiseki Yuzu one time. Yeah, loved it, and I'm happy for Tom.
Congrats, Tom. That's quite a career. We're happy for you, and I can't wait to hopefully meet you out here and get you on the show. Update: Farside Pizza closed permanently. It was a place that opened up, I think, down Soho Lofts here over in the Midtown area. It was the Anima guys. We had talked about this early in the summer. They had opened up a pizza joint, and then this summer it closed like for vacation. But I've gotten word that it's permanently closed. And I think if I did more research for this job that I don't get paid for, I think that's what segues into this news that Gorilla Pizza is returning.
Gorilla or gorilla?
Guerrilla.
Guerrilla, as in freedom fighter gorilla.
Yes.
Pizza,
It's
not our ape pizza. Okay.
So Guerrilla Pizza was what was originally in the Hard Hat Lounge. Remember that?
That's right. Yes. Yeah. The guy from Michigan.
Yes, Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham. Richie Cunningham.
Yes.
Or Robbie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Robbie Cunningham.
So they used to be in the Hard Hat Lounge. I think when ownership changed, that all fell through. And then Stay Tuned Burgers went in, and Robbie was still selling pizzas randomly. You'd follow his Instagram, and the announcement is they are opening up here. And I think it's over in those lofts area on Las Vegas Boulevard. Goal is for a November 1 launch, which is a perfect time for Detroit pizza.
So Robbie Cunningham is going to the same place where the other pizza
I think so. I could be wrong. But like I said, if I got paid a little bit more for the show,
Well, here's a cough drop.
I'll take it.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
But yeah, so we lose Farside Pizza, but we gain
Gorilla Pizza. Okay, well that's good luck.
You
Robbie.
liked him.
I like
Red Dwarf. I was my favorite.
Red Dwarf is great, but he really started with the upgraded Detroit pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's a belly bomb, but if you're in the mood, it'll take care of your hunger. Okay, so good luck to Robbie Cunningham. Can we talk about your birthday party now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Do you want me to start?
I want you to explain the format because this was a blast and a half.
So I've always wanted to do a blind wine tasting party, and my birthday was coming up, and I said, what better excuse? So I sent out a group text, And sure enough, everyone called my bluff, and they were
we
available.
we were so in.
I was so ready for everyone to be like difficult on scheduling, and everyone was in and available and ready. And I was like, shoot.
Shit, now I got to come through.
So I went on Amazon and I bought burlap bags, like tan ones and red ones. So we had a white wine round and a red wine round, and each couple or pairing, they had to bring a white and a red. We didn't make any rules on what varietal you had to bring, what
You
region.
made suggestions.
I made like suggestions. I didn't put any caps or minimums on price point, but I said, guys, like, let's not be stupid. Don't bring your celebratory wine that you've been holding forever. Don't break the bank. Don't try and bring your obscure grape, because everyone is probably going to be in the cab, like Syrah area.
You mean like I did with the obscure grape?
Yeah, I was like, it's not going to work. This isn't the time. And sure enough, everyone showed up. Everyone brought great wines, except for me. And then we sat down and we had scoring sheets and we passed them around one at a time. And then at the end, you could go back and taste randomly. And then we scored each wine 1 out of 10. And we ranked winners and losers.
And there was...
And the fun thing was there was an odd number of people. So I went rogue and I inserted another pairing of wines, and they were gag wines.
Oh, you did?
That's what the... You thought I entered Camus as a
That's right.
as a real wine.
Camus was a joke. Yes, I forgot. I thought it was. I don't know. Oh. I mean, yeah, I knew you had better taste than that. But yes, she entered Camus wine as a gag.
I just wanted to test all these snobby wine drinkers.
And in a blind taste, I mean, literally, we didn't know. Guess what came in dead last?
They didn't see corks. They didn't see neck labels. Nothing.
Camus was the one. Everybody. It was a scale of 1 to 10, and everybody gave it like 6, 7, 5.
If even. I think we had 2s. Everyone took a sip, dumped it. It was funny. But yeah, it was a really great time. And the funny thing was, that I took away is we struggled a lot more with the white wines than the red wines. The white wines, everyone was going back and forth and retasting and wasn't sure. And the red wines, I thought that would be more of a divisive group, but we all came in and were like, nope, and very definitive.
We heard Sam brought the most expensive red wine, the Opus 1, and it came in like 4th, I think. No, it was 3rd. I'm looking at the group here. Not that it makes much sense to anybody, but it was Crane Family, and a boutique winery out of Napa with the Kim's brought was number 1.
Yep.
My Force Majeure out of Walla Walla, Washington, Cab Merlot won number 2. Sam's was Opus 1, which cost 3 times as much as any of the other bottles, was 3rd. Corliss. Poor Greg and Deanna. I mean, I think it was a defective bottle. Maybe even corked. Everybody yelled at me and said, "It's not corked." Well, it wasn't very good. and then there was some really odd, some boutique bottle that I couldn't understand.
The Futo?
The Futo. What the hell was Futo?
Oh, God, see, you don't know.
No, you see, I don't know. I don't follow Cali Cabs at all.
Yeah, that's a great wine, and it was.
But
funny.
It came in 5th. Okay?
I know. But we sat it on the table. It was just too young. That's really the
that
problem.
was the one that was very tannic and young and everything like that. And then our buddy Don came through with that Koenigsegard Chardonnay, which blew everybody away. That was the one that won the white wine. So, but it was fun, and nothing's more humbling. And I've heard wine experts and vintners tell me this, that blind tasting is a humbling experience.
Oh my God!
I mean, because you want to just think you know it, and you go, oh, this is better than that, and then you look at it and go, what? I hate that wine.
Yeah, and that was the fun
part. And you're raving about it.
It was actually a lot of fun to see everyone's different palates, how everyone kind of picked up on different things, and we disagreed and agreed. It was all around a very, very fun time.
The one thing I called, because I knew I was going to bring an oddball wine, which I had not tasted. I just brought it. It was a Chenin Blanc from Loire Valley. I just knew that it was going to be the odd man out, and sure enough, it was the nobody liked it at all.
John called it when he handed me his wines. He said, "My white's going to lose, but my red's a contender."
Yeah, that's what it worked out. But that's a lot of fun. If you ever want to do it, I like what you did too. Just you just buy these. Have everybody stick the bottles in. You take off the the foil wrap on top so people can't tell what that is. And just make everybody taste and rank them 1 to 10 and then talk about it when you're doing it. And it's very illuminating and it sharpens your palate too. It's a lot of fun and nobody gets that drunk until after you've drunk all the wines.
Yes.
But it's we had a blast. It was really good. And the fun part was, of course, watching her get closer and closer to age 40.
I know everyone wants me to get old. It's funny, but
When you hang out with a bunch of old people, yeah, of course we do.
The funny part is I will never catch up to you guys. So
yeah, we have a big head start.
But yes, thank you for doing that. That was really a great time. Let's take a break, come back, and go through
Our
the rest of the
restaurants,
places
yes.
we've been.
I'm the best.
Personal injury law has been the same for a long time.
The best.
Big egos, greed, and sleazy schemes. We've had enough. Welcome to Sam and Ash, the new standard for personal injury law, where things are done the right way, because you deserve a team that delivers real support and results. When you have both, your whole world can change. Sam and Ash Injury Law, because you deserve what's right.
And we're back. Oh yes, we are.
The funny part about the wine party
Yeah.
is I remember everyone kept saying, they're like, you know who really needs to be here? It was Mr. Hollywood to like shut us down on our opinions and or have a real wine critic in there. And
Yeah, but you know, he would have been fine. But even he would be humbled by the thing. I think it would be.
It is hard when you don't see it and trying to figure it out. But
Yeah, I think we talked to Suckling and guys. I mean, I met a guy named Matt Kramer who used to write for Wine Spectator for years, and he said, "You want to get your ass handed to you. You know, do a truly blind tasting. When you don't know what you're talking about. You go, oh, this is a Cali Cab," and someone goes, "No, it's a Southern Rhone." You know, you go,
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
typical way to do
Yeah,
a tasting is when you're trying to figure out where the wines are from
Right,
and what.
yeah.
And so
we were just ranking which ones we liked the best.
we
you know,
wanted
yeah.
winners and losers.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, but you want to try to guess grapes when you've got things from Croatia,
Yeah,
and Portugal, and
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, who is? Okay, so that was good. We want to go straight to restaurants.
Where else do you want to go?
Well, I mean that's the reason people tune in.
Yeah, so let's go in. We're Japata. I finally dragged you to Spring Mountain Road in Arville.
I love
The
Spring.
hard part-
I've been in love with Spring Mountain Road since 1995. I just couldn't get myself there.
The hard part is Bank doesn't open Japata until 6, and that just is a window.
I'm usually getting my footy pajamas on around then.
So I convinced you to go, and a group of us went. And what were your thoughts?
Well, it's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's very personal. It's everything that people like me want in a restaurant, especially on Spring Mountain Road. I mean, of course, it wouldn't work on the Strip. It wouldn't work in a hotel. Wouldn't even work in a big fancy neighborhood. But, I mean, it's got to be, 25? With the bar, he maybe has 35 seats in the whole place. I mean,
Yeah, I think we counted. It's like 30 seats.
30 seats. And a bar, and it's basically Bank cooking is very personal Thai food. It's more dressed up than you would get in a person's home. He's worked in restaurants his whole life. Bank cut his teeth at Lotus of Siam back in the 90s and early aughts. So, but a lot of this stuff I was, the classic Isan sausage, which I could just eat by the barrel full. I love that little spicy fresh corn thing he did.
Yeah, I'd never had that before.
Just
really
good.
good.
Like cooked corn, but shaved off, and then with this spicy, limey, peppery dressing.
Yeah, it's normally a larb, he said,
Yeah.
and instead of the meat, they
He put
did
corn kernels, and it was great. And I like the catfish, which had some serious spice. Fried catfish and some serious spice. I'm trying to remember a couple other things. The pork belly didn't do it for me because I just think pork belly can be too fatty. But that's a me thing. Okay, some people love it.
The Crying Tiger tacos.
Oh, great! Yeah, with the beef. Yeah, the beef. They're as good as tacos as you can find anything. Like Thai spiced chunks of beef in a taco. Ribeye, which was great. So, and don't forget, Bank is known for his wine list. He has a published list where I don't think most everything is under $100. A lot of them are like 60, 70, 80 bucks. I mean, his markups, he's almost showing you wine at just a retail price. He doesn't go much beyond that, but he also has a private stash that he will bring out if you're a true lover. So if you want to talk to him about that.
He's actually selling some wines on his list below retail. We've been there.
Yeah,
and
you told me you and Mr. Hollywood went, and they said, yeah.
They looked at it and they go, "This has to be a misprint." And he goes, "No, he wants people to drink wine and enjoy it." So he's moving wine. So
we had that great German Riesling we had, and he was asking $80 for it. I mean, this is a $200 bottle of wine on the strip, and you're right. It probably costs about that. Maybe underneath, maybe in a wine store it'd be $60 or $70. But I mean, a steal in a restaurant.
Well, and they have age.
Yeah,
One of the bottles we had was a 2005.
Yeah.
So
Didn't somebody on Twitter said, "How's it a brand new restaurant opening up a 2005?" I think it was a Cali Cab. I went, well. Bank at Cherawan is known for this, and he has his own cellar, and he brings it to the restaurant. So yeah, it's a place for wine lovers. It's a place for Thai food lovers. He does a late night crowd. If you're old fart like me, I mean, go at 6, sit down, have a very cozy meal. It's a little dark inside for me, but it's also he's wedged right next door to Yui Itomai Sushi, in a place I think it's out of business, in this little side panel street right across from American Shooters, where all the gun guys go. And it's just a cozy little joint. It's something, like I said, people like me want to see. Just a personal place, a guy doing his own recipes. It's a labor of love. I mean, he's not making a lot of money at this. He's doing it because he likes to cook, he likes to drink wine, and he wants to develop a clientele of Thai food lovers like him who want to drink really, really good wines with Thai food. And Japata is the ticket.
yeah, and that's I think the difference. You can find great Thai food all over this town.
Yeah.
But between Banks, Japata, and his brother Bon over at Lamai,
Which is like a couple hundred yards away.
it's a 9-iron, John.
Yeah.
They have great food and also very incredible wine lists. And
Yeah,
so I'm glad you
really
liked it.
nice. Japata's great. We're gonna go back if I can get myself out at 6 o'clock. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's a joke. All right. So wine tasting. Ash's birthday. You talk about Tamba, and we'll talk about Cipriani, and then I'll end with Joel Robuchon because I want to wax poetic about Joel Robuchon.
Absolutely. So went back to Tamba on my actual birthday with a couple friends, and it was just I don't know how to explain it, but this place has quickly become my top spot. And someone made a great point the other night that it is the anima of 2025 for this group. And that's really a great point. We're just going back. It feels like home, and there's enough diversity on that menu that you can go repeatedly and have a very unique meal every time. And some of the just knockout dishes are the kimchi butter oysters. They do this hamachi with a tamarind ponzu. It's just that little hint of Indian flavor, but on very, very perfectly prepared fresh fish. Then you get into the butter chicken and the naans, and
you can go traditional, and it's a beautiful rendition of what we in America think of as Indian food, but he goes much more sophisticated than that.
And they have
more subtle too.
And they have goat for one of their Indian dishes. But the thing that I've loved is their sea bass. Did you have that?
Yeah, I had it the first night I went there.
And it's like wrapped in the banana leaf.
Oh, the banana, yes.
Yeah,
in fact, Nicole Brisson from Breza fame had been before I went there, and she says, "You've got to get the banana leaf sea bass," and she was right.
It's wild. They do a really fun version of a Caesar salad. It's a head of broccoli that they soak in some seasonings, like Indian seasonings, for 48 hours, and then they do the Caesar dressing. It's just a very unique, elevated experience. The build out is 10 out of 10, beautiful, and the service is incredible. And it's another highly spiced restaurant
that is working hard to pair great international wines with very, very interestingly seasoned food.
Yeah, and I wish I had a photo. We had some wine, a grape I'd never heard of, and it's something like it was it's a Middle East wine. I got to find it and figure out what it was, but I just love it. Go there, enjoy it.
Was it Lebanese wine?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was Cavalier Moussard, Chateau Moussard. It probably was.
I think.
Yeah, Musar. Yeah, from the
think
Becca
so.
Valley in the sea.
How do you know this?
I know lots of things. You see all this gray hair?
Yeah.
It's a Chateau Moussard. Yeah, and it's one of the great red wines of the world, and a real sleeper on most wine lists because it punches way above its weight. It's not cheap, but it's not $1,000 or $500 a bottle either, and it's a beautiful wine.
Yeah, no, it was really just 10 out of 10. Love it. What else did I do? Cipriani, we went.
The white truffles with
white
the
truffles.
tagliolini. Oh,
It's very
eyes rolling back in my head. I mean, this does it for me at my age. It's as good as it gets.
It's the simplicity of it all.
Yeah, and you just go, here's this egg pasta, thick ribbons of egg pasta, and they put a raw egg on it. And it comes out very hot, and then they toss with the egg. So the egg is cooking into the butter and the egg noodles, and then they shave white truffles on it. And it's just one of the greatest things a human being can put in their mouth. It is, to eat.
Yeah, love that.
And
Can't get
it's
enough.
not cheap. I
Okay,
mean, it's just, sometimes we get a little extra truffles that we don't pay for, but yeah, to get the truffle on order, it's usually about $200 to have them shave it all over your risotto or your pasta. But if you've got the coin, it's a special seasonal thing. And unlike black truffles, which are like caviar, they're everywhere these days, and they've been just diminished and bastardized to the nth degree. I mean, white truffles are very seasonal. They only come from very limited places in Italy and France. And the season is usually October to early January, and that's it. So we're right in the middle of it now.
Yeah, enjoy it. And that's a great way to do it. And then going from that to the next spot is Windy City Beef and Dogs.
We go from white truffles
to Chicago hot dogs.
in exquisite Italian restaurants to a Chicago dog. Yes, do
I mean,
tell.
you
Why?
because it hits this perfect part of my heart because I spent some time on the East Coast and you were always posting about this place and it looks delicious. I'd never had a true Chicago Italian beef sandwich, and then watching The Bear, that show, they've got the beef sandwiches
Where they're wrapping them.
and I was like, God, I want to try one of these.
Did you get it wet or with juice?
Well, so that's the funny part is there's a lot. It's one of those places you got to know. You got to go with someone
right,
that knows what they're doing because they ask you a lot of questions.
Right,
so I ordered the Chicago
with or without.
Yeah.
What?
So I texted you before and you were like, "Au jus," and then Alex Frugal was like, I think they used the term wet.
Yeah, she was
I said,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I show up, I order, I was like, yeah, I'll do a Chicago hot dog and I'll do the Italian beef. And they go, and I said, and I want it wet. And they asked me, do you want cheese? Do you want peppers? Do you want jardiniere? And I was like, froze. I go, they didn't prep me for this.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And so
deer in the headlight time.
And I was like, what do people normally get? And she said, normally they get the peppers and the jardiniere. And I said,
jardiniere on the Italian beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I said,
and
done.
you get it wet.
And she got it wet. And then she asked me my spice level.
Oh.
What kind of heat level do I want?
Ooh.
So I said medium.
Yeah.
Which she said was like a jalapeno-esque. And I said, yeah, fine. But it was so good.
They're good. I mean, great stoner food. And not that I'm a stoner. But,
you know what was the shocking thing about it? Both are very well done. The freshness of the rolls.
Yeah. Well, the roll in a good wet Italian beef, though, the whole thing kind of just disintegrates at some point. I mean, it gets so wet, it's just like you're just eating mush, but it's
like a
delicious
sponge.
Mush. Yeah.
But I was so impressed with how soft and fresh
they
were. It was
same with the hot dog buns on those Vienna beef dogs. Yeah,
with the poppy seeds. But that was kind of what startled me. It was, I don't know, a Tuesday afternoon that I went and just middle of the week and bam, perfect.
I get a craving here and there. I mean, I'm not sure. I think they have two locations.
They do. There's one out in Henderson.
And this one's on West Lake Mead.
Yes.
And and the people are super nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, and you run into all kinds of people. That's what I love about these kind of egalitarian, roadside places.
Yeah.
You'll see guys in business suits walk in, and then you'll see truck drivers, you'll see Hispanic families with 3 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
You name it, and people are just like, wow. And it's super informal. You just order at a counter and you sit there, and one of my faves. Yeah.
And it kind of like made me like remind me, don't go to chain restaurants. Go to
thank
why?
you.
Like, just why? And I'm guilty of it. I've been known to hit the Jersey Mike's on Charleston on the way home to get a sandwich, but just drive a few extra miles.
Yeah. Why would you go to Der Wiener Schnitzel when you could go to Windy City? I mean, especially if you got to drive right past one to get to the other.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So, it'd be nice if they had Windy City Beef and Dogs, 20 locations, but they don't. But, so Windy City, big fan. And it's funny, whenever I used to put, you want to get people following you on social media, it's always good to put like a Chicago hot dog up there because people just go, more than a pizza, more than tacos. Burgers do it too, and Windy City and Chicago hot dogs have big fans.
Yeah.
With the electric green relish and the sport peppers. Oh my God.
It was great.
So now we've gone from the lowbrow to the highest of the highbrow.
Please.
20 years ago, on October 6th, 2005, yours truly was there. Our producer, Sammy, I believe, was still playing in the sandbox. Okay. You were out of diapers, but barely.
Thank God.
Okay. But Joël Robuchon opened at the MGM, brought 2 restaurants from Paris, France here. Ours was actually the first of his Joël Robuchon, the Haute Cuisine Temple, which is this jewel box in the MGM. And then right next door was L'Atelier de Joël Robuchon, which is the more kind of almost like a sushi bar for French food. And there's a chain of L'Ateliers all over the world now. And I think there's a handful of Joël Robuchon formal restaurants, haute cuisine restaurants. I know there's one in Hong Kong. We have one. There's not one in Paris, but there may be one in Dubai. I know they have like the Joël Robuchon International, has 30, 35 restaurants all over the world now. But they celebrated their 20th on October the 6th, and they invited me in, for the chef Elazar Villanueva to recreate the original 16-course menu degustation du Joël Robuchon. And I mean, it was, and we sat down, and I know Elazar, Chef Elazar. We've been in several times recently, and Sean, Sean, the GM, and hold on just a second. I want to make sure I don't miss. I don't.
Doesn't get it wrong.
I don't want to get it. I don't want to get anything wrong. But I want to make sure I represent his name correctly, and it's Elazar Villanueva, I believe, and Sean Christopher is the GM, and so we sit down. They know Alexander, and they come out and immediately go, "We know, Mrs. Curtis, you can't sit through a 16-course meal." And the chef, Chef Elazar, he said, remember he was a finalist for a Jane Spirit Award this year too. Let's don't forget that. He says, it's too much food, even for me. So I held up the menu earlier. That's a lot of food, even if you're an offensive lineman in the NFL. Okay. The portions are small, but it's so exquisite, so handcrafted, and but it's not tweezer food. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on this, but everything has a combination of subtlety and punch that I think only a great chef like Robuchon and his acolytes can pull off. Too often you sacrifice one for the other, especially in this rarefied gastronomic air. Anyway, so we sit down, and they decided to do a very nice thing for us. They gave us the 16 courses, but they just alternated back and forth. So instead of us both getting
so you got
lemon
one.
gelée flavored vanilla topped with anise cream, she got that, and I got the tomato topped with king crab. You see what I mean? And then she got the caviar imperial, which is the Osetra caviar, atop crab meat in this pool of gelée dotted with cauliflower puree. The famous dish, if you see it, it looks like kind of a yellow thing with lots of little dots on it with the cauliflower puree and caviar, believe it or not.
Oh, look
but
at
you see,
this.
again, Joel Robichaud was doing this in the mid-'90s, and he uses it judiciously, not promiscuously. So she got that, and I got the tuna tartare. So they just alternated back and forth. And at the end of the meal, and of course then I filled up on like 19 cheeses. But everything from the langoustines to the Brittany lobster, which is a rare treat you can only get in great French restaurants. Very, a little more gamey and not as sweet as American lobster. Interesting things. Kind of an acquired taste for some people.
Oh.
But they do it with steamed green cabbage and a little bit of truffles. Little bit of black truffle, which
Where's
is just
the
great.
langoustine from?
No, I'm talking about the Homard de Bretagne. Yeah, the Brittany, France, northern France.
Got it.
So that's the one that's and it's a spiny lobster. It doesn't have the giant claws, and the meat is a little. It's just not as sweet as American lobster. Here they do it in kind of they call it almost like a bouillabaisse, like a sweet broth, and you just take a bite and go. People food writers overuse words like, otherworldly and haunting and melodramatic or whatever. We're too melodramatic. But you take bites of food like this and go, this is lobster, but it's lobster times two. And it's in a seafood broth that's both seafoody and sweet. And you're kind of going, and even if you know nothing about food, you could be the biggest Luddite, knuckle dragger around. You take bites and go, man, there's something going on here. These chefs are layering flavors like you just don't see. And I saw this throughout the whole meal. I mean, we even do like the frog legs. No, you don't see frog legs anywhere.
They had frog legs?
Yeah, they had frog legs with little.
Tastes like chicken?
They wrap it in, it's a lot of garlic. And it comes to the table, and it's sort of like an homage to the Brittany, the frog legs of Burgundy. And you can smell the garlic, so it's very garlicky. They serve it with a matching wine. I mean, this is rarefied air dining, no doubt. It's expensive. It's $500 a person plus, but I mean, it's like the best food money can buy. And they did this menu just for 4 days. Now they have the regular menu. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go all in there with $500 a person menus. You can order a la carte and get out of there for about half that if you want to. And it's just one of the great restaurants of the world. And probably top 3 or 4 in the United States.
Do you think you're going as often as you are because you're afraid it's leaving?
I think that's a really good guess. Yes.
Okay, I better get there.
Because I'm not.
You're not doubling down on the high end market.
When I see everything going the Carbone route, and we have to have immersive parties in our restaurants and all this douchebaggery that's part of our dining scene now. I just wonder if something this subtle and this sophisticated and this it's of a time now that Las Vegas and the world has gotten past. It's not, you don't feel like a throwback there. I mean, the waiters were all young. There was a lot of young people in the restaurant. I mean, young, your age, younger than me, 40 something.
Still young.
Yeah. It's not all white-haired people. But I'm not even talking about, look at my Instagram page. They bring a bread cart to you, all of which is made in-house, that has, I think they said 17 different breads made that they bring in to your table. And you can have an unlimited amount of bread, from milk breads to saffron breads to mini baguettes to sausages in the bread to Comté cheese, little rolls. I mean, you could just go nuts. And as often as you bring them over, they'll just keep filling up. And when you leave, if you ask some to go, they'll give you some to go too. Yeah, it's pretty great. Tip. Yeah, so if you want to do something really, really special in town.
Can I just go for the bread and butter?
Yeah. Well, I suggested that once. I said they would get.
Do they have a bar?
They'd get too many Philistines if they did that. Nah, they have a bar, but it's very much like Michelin 3-star restaurants in France.
It's moving.
The bar is just there for you to sit at. Yep. To peruse the menu and the wine list before you get brought into the main dining room. So it's not someplace you can drop in on. But yes, you need to go.
Okay, I'm in.
People of a certain aspiration in fine food need to get there. And just make sure you get Sam to pay for it. Okay, so Joel Robichaud, congrats on 20 years at the MGM Grand. and just for another in a series of the greatest meals of my life.
And I just want to point out the hypocrisy because of last week's episode, which was just, I don't know, maybe a 5-minute rant by John about shitting on tasting menus. And you can say what you want. And I tried to differentiate about not everyone deserves a tasting menu. But here he goes. So I will get there, and we will give the OG the pass, as you said. The OG gets a pass. But I just think it's funny, the timing of all of this. Okay, let's do your fun segment. You want to do this segment?
I want to shout out, besides Sean Christopher and Elazar Villanueva, I want to shout out to the pastry chef, Gilbert Pena.
Okay.
And he's bringing the big guns to the pastry cart there. Okay. And and if you go to my Instagram page and some of my Twitter feed and Facebook, I have pictures of all of this. I mean, the Mignardise cart they bring out, it's just like, it's an avalanche of sweets. In case I say Mignardise is French for, I can't believe they're serving me more food.
That's funny.
So shout out to the people at Joel Robuchon. Yeah, let's do in or out.
In or out.
No pet peeves today.
I have not seen these. John is presenting them to me for the first time.
In or out.
And we're voting on whether we like them or don't like them. So they're in if we like them, and they're out if we don't.
Okay. First one is kind of going to be a little bit new to you. I just read on some website that cottage cheese is having a comeback.
You're late to this.
Are you in or out on cottage cheese?
I'm in.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like cottage cheese.
Yeah, but it is having a resurgence. It's like
Why?
It's a great source of protein, and it's relatively
low fat,
and so they've found a bunch of ways to make flatbreads with it. They use it in eggs. So yes, I'm in on cottage cheese, and I like it.
Okay.
And it's not a sweet thing. And I kind of like the texture.
Do you have a guilty pleasure when it comes to cottage cheese? Do you like Richard Nixon put ketchup on his?
Ew, no.
I put Worcestershire sauce on mine. I do. Worcestershire sauce and salt, a lot of salt and pepper too.
No, I don't think. I'll eat it, or I'll use it in a recipe.
Okay, in or out? Are you in or out on pumpkin spice on everything?
On everything?
On everything, because if you're in on pumpkin spice, you have to be in on it for it being everywhere.
Then I'm out.
Ubiquity.
I'm a cinnamon lover, but I don't preach or pledge allegiance to pumpkin spice.
Okay, so out on pumpkin spice.
What are you?
Fuck pumpkin spice. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. I mean pumpkin. You mean cinnamon, clove, allspice? Yeah. Everything I eat that says pumpkin spice is too freaking sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like they think once you put pumpkin spice on it, you have license to put like a tablespoons of sugar into it, and it loses it. A good pumpkin pie has pumpkin pie spices, but it has that great little balance between the savory pumpkin, and it is sweet but not too sweet.
Yeah.
In or out on Dubai chocolate?
I've never had it. I've never had it. Oh, I'm losing a producer. Wait, where are you? You've had it?
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
Talk about a dumb fad.
Yeah, this is the weirdest thing about me, but when certain fads are happening, I almost double down and I refuse to join. Like, I'm always like, no. I do it with TV shows. If I'm like late to Game of Thrones, I'm like, fuck it. I'm never watching it. I'm out. Like, I'm not joining into the fad at the end or the middle.
Okay, so as long as we're there, in or out on Taylor Swift?
Out.
Me too. I finally made myself listen to some of her music.
Yeah, no. I don't
Dumbest,
get it.
boringest music. It's like bad country music, but lots of it. Okay.
Out. Never. I was never went in.
Then he hurt my feelings, and then I went in a rowboat, and then I did this, and oh my God! Then he called me again. I'm like, I mean, how brain dead do you have to frickin' be to listen to it?
If you look at how many people are flocking to her concerts, we got a lot of them.
Okay.
So.
Okay, let's get a little easier one here. In or out on bacon on burgers? Not just laying over top of a burger. In or out? Bacon.
Out.
Yeah, me too. In or out on upscale Korean? Korean going upscale.
I'm in.
You like it? It's supposed to be everyman food. I mean, a dinner at Coke's going to run you $200 a person. You know,
I'm not saying it has to be every night but I'm all for people pushing the boundaries of what is the normal.
Okay.
So I'm in.
Okay, here's the last one. In or out on dumbass yachts puttering around Lake Bellagio.
Is this the one that's been getting you to giggle the whole time? Oh yeah, what are they? It's called
dumbass yachts filled with douche bros puttering around Lake Bellagio.
You're
there for it, aren't you?
One time, take me around.
Yeah, see, look at see. So you're both a trend follower and a trend disdainer at the same time.
Well, that trend hasn't started yet.
Yeah, okay. But,
I want to. Come on.
All right, you like dumbass. She likes dumbass yachts. Okay, just for you, I'll get on the. Apparently, though, you have to be a special customer to do it. You know what I mean? It's going to be such a one of these.
Can we sync it?
Vegas 3.0. Are you exclusive? Are you part of the club? Do you get in? Are you a VIP? Screw that noise.
But I see you at the poodle room. So we'll get
only when others are paying.
Yeah. So if someone else is a guest of said little, what do you call that boat?
Well, a dumbass yacht.
Dumbass yacht.
Puttering around full of douche bros. It's called the douche bro yacht. Rather than dumbass douche bro yacht. We'll see.
He's gonna be on it.
Yeah,
guys.
carbone everything. I mean, Vegas 4.0 is not going to be my cup of tea. I fear. All right.
Come on. No pet peeves.
No
I
pet peeves this
liked
week.
the in or out. That was fun.
Yeah. We'll keep that going.
We're gonna keep it going.
Yeah. Okay. And we filled up the time today.
We did.
Even
Here we are.
Okay. Bon appetit.
Yes.
A bientôt.
Good night, Canada.
A bientôt means see you soon. En français.